it's been a while since I was on here and made an update. I don't even remember what I said in my last video or what I did or what I talked about. I don't know. If you hear the rain in the background, sorry, it's raining out here and I have the window open because it's weirdly warm outside for a few days after Christmas, but I don't mind it. It's nice. And I did my makeup earlier, like a few hours ago, just for like a distraction. So I was like, oh, like that's a perfect time. Like I don't look like I'm dead because like without my makeup on, I just look like tired, dense, exhausted. So I was like, oh, like just make your video because I've been wanting to kind of come on here and talk about stuff because I'm so stressed out and I just want to like document like this whole thing and I want to know like what has happened and I have not been doing that. Things are hard for me because of my chest pain and my anxiety, my agoraphobia. My chest has been an issue for me for like a year and a half now, and I'm trying to get help for it. Like I went to the emergency room last year because of it. I don't think they take me seriously because they see that I have anxiety. So when I go in there, like last year, they thought I was like seeking drugs and they thought that I was like lying so I could get like anxiety meds or pain meds because they said I was in pain and like, that's not true. I told them like I don't want any of that. I just want to know what's wrong with me. And like, they really treated me bad. They really didn't take me serious at all. And they did like a chest X-ray and then blood work. And I asked them. I said, "Can you like do a CT scan? That's not medically necessary." And I was like, "Okay." So I left there last year with like what was it? Diagnosed with GERD and like unspecified chest pain and like maybe like a muscular skeletal thing. And I was like, oh, all right. But I didn't have like a blood clot, so like that made me have some peace of mind because like that was something I thought that I had from being like so like in bed all the time, and still I thought that could have been a possibility because I had shortness of breath and stuff with it, and I still do. But like fast forward like a year and a half, well a year later, and I'm still in the same position. My chest pain has probably gotten worse, and my nerve pain, my neuropathy stuff is like off the charts ridiculous, especially in my chest and in my arms. So it goes everywhere. But I'm in pain every day, 24/7. It never stops. I don't know what it feels like to be pain-free. It's been probably like at least a year and a half of having some kind of like maybe relief for even a little bit. And it's not even like through my day. It's not like, oh, this is like a tolerable pain. It's like a not a tolerable pain. It's like 1 to 10. It hits 9s every day, and I shake from it. I get nauseous from it. And it's like a lot of different sensations of pain too, because like I know I have like muscular shit going on in my chest because I can feel it, especially when I stretch and move sometimes. Like I can feel that pulling sensation in my chest. But I also have like nerve pain down my arms and my legs and my back and in my chest as well. But I have like heart pulps too. It's like my heart feels like it's being squeezed, and like this nerve like that shoots, it's like up my arm, and then you think like, okay, is this the time I'm gonna actually have a heart attack? Because for the past year and a half I've thought I was dying every single day, and I don't know when it's like real. Like if I for real had something wrong with me, I don't think I would know what's what anymore. Like what's serious and what's withdrawal. I don't know. Damage that's been done from it. I don't know. And it's hard. And I have agoraphobia. So, like, I don't even really go to the doctors very often because I'm scared to leave. And when I do, it's like they tell me that I'm drug seeking, and like my phone gave up a notification, said, "You run out of memory." And I'm like, oh, okay. So I had to like delete like some random videos. I always have videos of my goats and stuff and Nathan on my phone, so that's probably what takes up most of my space on my phone. But I don't even know what I was saying. Oh yeah, the hospital and stuff. So now I've gone back to the doctor. I got an echocardiogram done. I don't know if I've said this in my last video. That came back normal, and I got a chest x-ray done, and that was okay too. So the next step was getting a CT scan done, and that was hard for me because like I knew like, okay, I'm gonna have to go back and get it, the CT scan, and I have to like leave. It's like being in a room and like a CT scan thing, tubey thing. I know it's not like an MRI, but still, it's really hard for me. And they scheduled me like in 2 weeks, so that whole like 2 weeks I was super nervous the whole time, and it was really stressful, especially like the week leading up to having to go. And then the day before, they called me and they're like, "Oh, your insurance hasn't approved it yet." And I was like, okay. So now what do I do? And they're like, "You're gonna have to reschedule it so that it gives them more time to approve it." I'm like, wow, they had 2 weeks, but okay. So that sucked because that whole entire couple weeks I was so stressed out about this whole thing, and now I have to just be more stressed out again. So I rescheduled it, and it was like, I think it was like another 2 weeks after my original one, and they called me again the day before, after like that whole week freaking out about having to do this, saying your insurance denied the CT scan. And I was like, why? And they said, we don't know, we can't tell you that, but you'll be getting a letter in the mail. And I was like, oh my god. And the letter said that it was medically unnecessary for me to get the CT scan. So that was frustrating, because I know the amount of pain I go through every day, and I know that I have not gotten a reasonable answer. It's not GERD. I know it's not my anxiety. I know it's not my panic because I have it 24/7. Like, I know my body, and I know it's not that. And I've been told, oh, it's just panic. And I'm like, no. So I had to call my doctor. He said it's been too long since he ordered the CT to now. I have to go back in and see him again. And I was like, ugh. So I went back, and I was very vocal about how bad I was, and maybe not as vocal as maybe I should be. Sometimes I think maybe I should be more like, and he said that he was frustrated as well because he wants the CT scan for me, and he's like, and the insurance company thinks like they're a doctor and they can tell what you don't need, but I'm the one that's literally treating you and trying to figure out what's going on. And I was like, yeah, it's very frustrating. I'm like, so now what do we do? And he's like, he like offered me gabapentin and like an SSRI that can help with inflammation. I was like, no, I can't take those. And he was respectful of that, and he gave me a prescription for meloxicam, which is like a ibuprofen type of a thing, but it's like longer and stronger. It's not like a narcotic or anything like that either. It's I think it's just like a strong ibuprofen, and he said take it every day for like a month, which there's no way, because it would tear my stomach to pieces. So I did take it though, like when like my pain was like 9.5, and I could not handle it. And it did take some of my inflammation down. Like, I know that I have inflammation because my chest actually gets swollen, like especially like under my chest. When I wear a bra, which is like not often because of how like inflamed and painful it is. So the strap that goes around, like I can wear it, but like within a couple hours, like I get so inflamed that like it's too tight and I have to take it off. Like it cannot fit because of the inflammation that happens. and I could tell that the meloxicam brought down some of that, which was nice, but like it was just like a little bit, and it did hurt my stomach. But he said that once you do that and you come back, we can resubmit a claim to say like it did or didn't work. But he's like, I'm assuming it's not gonna, like if you're saying it's this bad and you've taken Advil or Aleve, and I'm like, yes, I have, and it's not worked. He said that we could resubmit the claim to get the CT scan done, saying, hey, we tried this, it's not working, she still has the chest pain, and can she get the CT scan done? So that's Monday that I go back to him, and hopefully I can get a CT scan. I just want answers. He's like, I cannot diagnose you because I need these tests done. He's like, but I think what you have is costochondritis or fibromyalgia. And what he said, I can't give you a diagnosis without these tests being run. And he's like, there's an order to everything I have to do, and this is the order. It's like he did the chest x-ray, the echo, then CT scan, and then I don't know what else is on that list. But I'm going to be more vocal about it on Monday. I'm going to tell him, like, this is terrible. Like, I cannot do this, with the combination of the neuropathy pain, the muscular pain, like, it's too much. I can't, I'm losing my mind, and, like, I almost went to the hospital today, so close to going, but, I called them to see if I could have a person with me, and they said no, because the ER is so filled up that, you can't have someone with you. So I didn't go because I can't do it. I cannot, like, I would probably end up dying before I did it, which is so fucked up. Like, I know it is, and I'm very aware. Like, I know. But if you had agoraphobia, then you'd get it, but I wish it was different. And I've had agoraphobia before, and I have overcome it. And I 100% think I will again. I need to do some more healing. I need to have not as much stimulation affect me when I leave. I need peace of mind. I need peace of mind that I'm not dying. And it scares me. My goal right now is to stay alive until Monday. So, like, that's what I'm trying to do. That's why, like, I was in so much pain today. I'm like, I want to do my makeup and just distract and try to do something nice for myself. And even then, it's like my happiness level it's so hard to be, like, happy. But I am grateful. I am grateful for my life. I'm grateful that I'm here. It's not all negative. Like, there are a lot of positive things that have happened, and I don't want to say that, like, it's all bad, because there's a lot of good things in my life that have happened and that I have overcome, and but it's hard when you're in literal pain to an extent where you're, like, shaking and, like, gonna pass out every day constantly. I don't know what it feels like to not have pain in probably, like, a year and a half, so it's difficult. Right now I say, like, my pain is like a 7, and it's really hard. Distraction is important, but the things that are really cool is that, like, I can go outside now, and it's gonna sound weird, but, like, last year, if I would go outside and look at, like, my horizon, like, I'm surrounded by, like, trees and shit, so it's, like, very open. I live in the middle of nowhere, and I would see the horizon of, like, the trees, and then behind the trees are, like, the mountains and stuff, and, like, I could not look at that. Like, I would go into, like, depersonalization and, like, derealization, and I'd feel like I'm falling. It was very odd, very weird. It makes you panic. And, I couldn't even go outside because of that reason. My whole surrounding area made me feel like I was like, falling and not real, because everything looked flat and nothing had depth to it, and it was terrible. And now I can go outside. Like, I did not know that we had, like, mountains through our trees. Like, we have no leaves on the trees right now. So you can see through them, and you can see, like, the mountains. And I'm like, yeah, there's, like, mountains. Like, there's mountains. Like, I can see that. And, like, I can never see that before. And it wasn't, like, a vision thing. It was, like, a perception depth thing. Like, my brain couldn't process, like, what I was seeing. So it was weird. And that's so cool. Like, I can't tell you how cool it is to, like, go outside and be like, wow. And just, like, look at everything, like the sky. I feel like I can look at the sky without feeling like I'm falling, and, like, eternally falling. It's really cool. And I feel safer, like, walking around now. Like, I can go play with my goats, and I can hang out with my chickens and my horses, and I'll feel like, with the pain and stuff, though, it's very difficult for me to do much of anything, but because it's worse with movement. But to know that, like, I feel safe instead of this terror that something bad is going to happen. Like, in the beginning, the terror I would be afraid of anything. And it didn't even make sense. I'm like, why am I afraid? Like, logically, why am I afraid of this? And it didn't make sense. And it didn't matter because it was, like, all chemical. And now the terror is way, way down, which is super cool to not be afraid of everything. But, like, there is still some there, like, irrational stuff, but it's way better. I can eat, like, whatever I want pretty much now, like, pretty much whatever I want. I don't, because, like, I do get symptoms. Like, I can eat too much sugar and then have seriously bad anxiety. Like, I don't do that to my body, but I can eat, like, whatever if I wanted to. And I was, oh my god, I was probably 6 months ago, I was, like, 92 pounds. And I am 120 pounds right now, which is, like, crazy. I've never weighed that much. When I was pregnant, I did, but, like, even before, like, I never weighed that much. I had, like, a disconnect in my head about, like, my body and what I should look like and all that, and what I was told I should look like, and what's pretty and whatnot. And I've always had that problem. But when it came into, like, with benzo withdrawal added on top of it, I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat anything. I lived off of broth, saltine crackers, and, like, toast for, like, 4 months, and I lost so much weight. I was so sick looking. I got down to, like, 80 pounds in benzo withdrawal, and that was due to benzo withdrawal. So, like, that's 30 pounds. And, like, I'm not, like, I know, like, I have, like, I have, like, a baggier shirt on, but I'm, like, fine with it. And that's so cool to be, like, cool with myself, like, knowing that that's fine. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm good with how I look and with what I weigh. And I feel way better to weigh, like, 120 pounds. And that's cool. And that all happened after, I'd say, maybe, like, almost a year off of benzos is when I was able to start gaining weight back, and my hair was way healthier. My hair's super long. It's, like, even up right now, and it's long, healthier. My skin's way better. I think I look more like a human. Like, I don't look so, like, vacant. Like, I feel like I have more emotions. It's weird because, like, sometimes I'll, like, feel happiness that, like, I don't know what to do with it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is actually real happiness. And I'll be like, if I, like, example is, like, I'll be in bed and don't know what I'll be doing, but, like, like, this was just an example of, like, a week ago, and I was thinking about something and it made me happy. And, like, I just, like, got excited for the future, which before I never thought about the future. It was all just surviving right now, living in the moment to go to the next second and survive that second. And I don't do that anymore. I don't have to survive. It still sucks because of my pain, but, like, it's better. And I was just, like, happy, and I was like, oh my god. And, like, I didn't know what to even do with that happiness, because I'm like, what is this feeling of, like, happiness? And it was really cool. And I used to just be super sad and depressed, and I hated everything, and I was miserable. And I think that going through something like this definitely changes you as a person. I'm so grateful for so many things that I never thought I'd ever be grateful for. And I don't know. I think that I have a lot more appreciation, respect, gratitude in my life. My relationship with God is so much greater than what it was before. And I just wish that this last part, like my agoraphobia, my panic, my chest pain, and my fatigue, for the most part, those are the main things that are really weighing me down. And I wish that they would fuck off so that I could move on with my life, because I have a lot of things that I would love to do with my life. And that's cool, because I used to never think that I would have a future or anything. I've been doing this for like 8 years. 8 years, and it's weighed heavy on me, and I think that I'm gonna have a hard time adjusting back into like real world stuff. But it's just part of like my process and my journey, and I hope that it can make anybody else going through, because that was a really bad case in this, and I just really hope that anyone else can really just take that, even when you're down at the very lowest. Just, I've been there, and I have wanted to die, and I have thought about it, and I have been super close. And I just kept telling myself, like, one more day, and I'm super glad that I kept going. And I really hope that you do too, because I've lost a lot of friends to this, and even people that I didn't know, but like I knew of them, and like they had families, and just one more day, one more day, keep breathing, and keep fighting. And I hope that I'm not done yet, but I'm really trying. So I hope the doctor goes okay for me on Monday, and I'm not like a run around with this CT scan again. And I hope I survive. Like, I really do. I hope I survive, and I hope I can live a normal life, and I can live a happy life. And sometimes I'm scared that I won't survive this, and if I don't make it, because I haven't gotten these tests, if like something kills me, like I know it sounds like crazy, but like I tried, I fought for tests, I've gone, I've done it, so I did. And that's the thing, it's like I'm trying my best, and I just wish that they would take me more serious and not treat me like I'm just trying to get drugs, because that's literally the furthest thing that I'm trying to do. So it felt good to talk about this, and I don't know. It's really hard. It's been really hard. So, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for supporting me. It means the world to me. And, I hope that I can do the same for you if we ever talk. And I know I've talked to some of you guys that have seen my videos, and I think you all are freaking amazing people. The most amazing people I've ever met. So, until next time. Bye, guys. Talk to you later. Happy New Year!